Thank you very much. Thank you to the PPL family and all the organizers for putting together this amazing event. Honestly, we are very happy to be part of one of the tech partners of the network. And definitely, I'm very happy when I stand here and I can see faces that I have already seen in the past. And I definitely look forward to meeting the ones that I haven't connected with. For those of you that does not know me, as you can see, my name is Raquel Jimenez. I am born and raised in the Caribbean, one of the most beautiful islands I can say. And honestly, some of you have been in Portugal, so I'm here actually coming from Spain, which is an amazing country, and the place that I have lived and I call home for the last 5 years actually. So definitely today there is so much that we're going to talk about. I won't really bore you out. But there is a lot happening in the industry, and I know that some of you have heard about 85 in the past. I still see some sleeping faces, so please do me a favor. Favor number one, please tell the person next to you, pay attention. Just look at on the side and say, pay attention. And the second favor is please raise your hand if you have heard about anything about 85 in the past. I mean, you don't need to know the company vision and mission, but at least maybe you receive an email from us or you heard something about 85. Any hands? Okay, I see some hands. Very good. So that means that our marketing thing is doing an amazing job, but not only that, I know that some of those hands are already customers. As you know, for those of you that have very much, 85 is a tech startup that is definitely, revolutionizing the global freight forwarding industry. And the mission of the company is to provide you with a digital transformation that will not only specifically help you grow in tech, but that it will also create an impact within the industry. And the main focus these days is to provide you with the necessary tools that you will need that will allow you to quote, to procure, and to manage all freight rates within 2 minutes. And I know that this is significantly way faster than what can be accomplished these days, doing any manual processes. And many of you are engaging very quick into technology. Others, I still find struggling, trying to find maybe some excuses, I will say. But we all can see that there is a need, for technology these days. We are growing very fast. Honestly, when we start where we are now, definitely we have, gone a long way. And we are at the moment about 235 people working for the company, established in different locations. We have people from Denmark working in Poland. I am in Spain. We also have people, most of the development is being handled in the Chennai office in India. And the headquarters is actually in Singapore, but we also have people working in Canada, Mexico, and as well for Freightify. So today, as you know, we are in the midst of a digital revolution, and this is changing pretty much the way we live and also the way that we do business as well, right? But there are a few things that I can find. I'm meeting with many of you every day, and I'm finding certain things that are becoming a stop. And one of these is a lot of employees with fear about losing their job specifically if you bring technology into the company. So I think this is something that has to be approach and something that has to be spoken within the companies. Because if you change their mind and they believe that technology is coming actually to help them to reduce the amount of time that they are investing into finding information, this will definitely help you in the long road. Something else is another belief that digital tools are very expensive. There are many different digital tools. There are ERP, TMS, measurement system like on the Freightify is providing for you. And of course, it's good for you to evaluate what is needed for your company side. And don't go there asking even your colleagues or people in the network, how much you're paying for this? Why? Because maybe they are paying for 100 users and you only need 5. So that will give you like a raw mentality of an idea of what specifically is needed. Something else is that the belief that digital tools are very difficult to implement. We really provide tests and trials for you. So definitely you can have an idea before to commit into anything about how it works. So Honestly, we want you to be open with us. I have my colleague also, Bala, sitting here with me. And if you haven't scheduled a meeting with us, please make sure that you come by, or we, find a way so we can connect later on so you can understand a little bit about what we're doing. And definitely, all of these manual processes that you are investing, they're very time consuming. I'm happy that those days are gone where you have to rely on manual process pretty much for everything, sending faxes or handling documentation, for example, on paper. Now we are on a different era. Sometimes people ask me, why do you get so passionate when you talk? And honestly, it's because I went through the struggle in the past. When I started my career, it was in transport in the New York office. And I remember my days when I would be opening those emails almost with the magnifier glasses, because every update that the shipping lines were making, make sure that you these updates very, or making sure that by mistake I didn't accidentally maybe delete a zero, and then you have customers booking from the Port of Elizabeth in New York to Nabashiba for 400 when it was supposed to be 4,000. So it put a lot of stress on us, as an employer, when you have to do all of these tasks manually. So now this already became a dream for me. Something that I was dreaming in the past is now a reality. And we have all the possibilities to avoid all of this manual process by automation in this case. So imagine the traditional way when you have somebody that maybe has to send 10 quotations during the day, and this person has maybe 10 shipping lines that they have to check. Imagine about this, repetitive work, going to 10 different sizes to find rate is very time consuming. Maybe that person, and we all know that these 8 hours is not really the time that somebody has spent productive. There are so many statistical reports that show that somebody spending 8 hours in the office, maybe 6 hours of those are productive at the end of the day. So definitely to create 10 quotes, they can spend 35 minutes, which is really a lot of time, because you have, how the competition is. Go via the Freightify way, you will eliminate all of that time of 8 hours to create 10 quotations. And now you can say that in only 1 hour, you can have all of those quotations done. So what does that mean? That the 7 hours remaining, now your employees, or you sometimes, you have to do, they will take all of that time definitely to help your business grow. Because the time that they are not spending into finding information, now that they will create better relations with your customers, they will of course answer emails on a faster manner to your agents overseas. Now they will have time to check statistic reports, also evaluate your competitors and all of this. So at the end of the day, this is just adding more value for your company. We will just show a quick video that is going to show you what is happening on a daily basis with someone in procurement. They have to check information on emails. They later have to check some Excels because you are receiving some contracts. And then on top of that, they have to go, like I mentioned it before, to all of these different websites to find the information. But now with the Freightify way, this can be done very easily. Why? Because by one search, you will have the information for all of the carriers, not only for FCL, also for LCL. And the good news is that 55 have now included 93 airlines. So you will not be only able to check ocean, but you will also check information for air. This is just the process of sending a quotation to a client. Just by adding the email and the company name pretty quick, you'll be able to send that information to your clients, like I said, in a matter of 2 minutes. So, there is so much. I'm not going to go through so many details into this. This is just the idea about our coverage at the moment. So most of the main shipping lines, and we also have, like I say, 93 airlines. Please feel free to connect with my colleague Bala and I. These are just some comments from some of the customers that we have at the moment. And of course, we are definitely looking forward to have you as well as a customer. So thank you all for your attention. Thank you very much for the opportunity to listen. I won't take much of your time, and definitely enjoy PPL. See you around.